Alright, install video on my Hyperflex Energy Suspension bushing kit for my Acura Integra. If that'll focus, whatever. I've got the front driver's side arm off here, and you can see my new bushings are already in there, and in that one. A lot of you are talking about how difficult it is to get the bushings out of all these three pivot spots. What I ended up doing was this is a shell for one of those. Excuse me. I ended up taking a hacksaw, or actually, let me back up on that. If you look in there, you can see it's all chewed up. I took my drill press over here, and I just drilled a bunch of holes through it, and just drilled them real close to each other, then took a hammer and just hit it a couple times, and the center would fall out. And then once the center fell out, I took a hacksaw and I cut two grooves in it and cut them almost all the way through, not quite all the way through. And then once I did that, I took my air hammer, which is that guy right there. It was a whole $9 at Harbor Freight, and put that tip on it and just hit it on the edge, and it peeled it back. And when it got almost all the way through, you could see it got to about there, and it just fell out. So that was that one there and that one there. It did the same thing. It was real simple. The bigger one back here that has this whole big bracket, I took the bracket off the arm, and I took my hacksaw again, and I cut the top edge off of it, because I realized that it wasn't bonded onto the metal here. And once I cut the edge off of it real good, I just hit it with the hammer real hard right there, and it just fell right out. This one was a little more difficult to get back in because it has these big ends on it. So what I did was I took my bench vise, which you can kind of see hanging out over there, and I cut this piece of pipe a couple inches long, fits over the bushing real easy, and just squeezed it into the bushing, or into the mount there, with that over the end, and it just popped right on, and there it is. So yeah, it wasn't too difficult. And then I know a lot of you struggle with getting the ball joints apart. The lower ball joint, you take the nut loose, put a floor jack under the nut, pump it up, give it a little bit of pressure on it, hit it on both sides with a hammer at the same time, and pop, it'll just fall right loose, and there you go. That's how I did it. I already have one side installed. It's all back on the car's still in the air, and I'm going to install the other side.